I promised you guys more SCPs. So, we are going to be trying from different people. You told me I should watch Dr. Bob specifically, and so I just went to his most viewed one, which is Tides of War. Now, I don't know anything about Tides of War. Let's see what we're doing here. I was told that this is going to be scary. I'm not going to be scared. Please, please, please. This ain't no Shy Guy.
Two massive creatures are locked in a fight to the death in the middle of the sea.
All right, kaijus, and I don't have to worry about them. They're fighting with each other. Easy.
Destroyers, cruisers, and battleships fire special weapons and harpoons at one of the creatures.
Why? Just let them fight with each other. What do you care?
Attempting to help turn the tide in favor of one.
Oh, Tides of War. Okay, interesting.
But they appear to have almost no effect on the gigantic monster. Hi, I'm Dr. Bob, and this is SCP-3700, also known as the Tides of War.
Wait, so these SCPs are specifically in the middle of a battle, and the SCP Foundation's job is trying to change the tide of the war in some way, because if the outcome, it does not end up the way they wanted, it could be some sort of threat to humanity. Is that sort of the fear here? Is that what we're worried about?
SCP-3700 is what the SCP Foundation has labeled an 800-kilometer circular area in the North Sea.
What? Wait, so the SCP is an area. That's the containment.
Located southeast of Iceland and north of the United Kingdom. The circle contains the Faroe, Orkney, and Shetland Islands.
Okay.
The seafloor is abnormally deep in this area, at roughly 5 kilometers below the ocean surface, roughly 20 times deeper than the rest of the North Sea. SCP-3700 experiences all kinds of strange, anomalous activity, including extreme weather and geological events.
Bro, it's just the Grand Line. SCP-3700, the Grand Line. Pay no attention to the sea beasts, but hey.
These are caused by the interaction between two separate entities, which have been designated as SCP-3700-1 and SCP-3700.
Oh, so the creatures are not actually the SCPs here. It's the area where these two colossal creatures happen to live. That is the SCP.
3700-2. SCP-3700-1 is an arthropod resembling the common lobster,
Alright,
except this crustacean is 6 kilometers long.
What? Oh my fucking god, what the frick? Oh my lord, what is this, One Piece?
It has a variety of blue, yellow, pink,
Okay, what the frick is this about?
and red markings carved into its carapace that resembles a woman's face.
Why? Why though?
It has 6 arm-like limbs, 4 of which have claws, with 2 having club-like appendages on the end, and 8 legs. It also has 4 orange eyes at the end of stalks.
Alright.
3701's carapace shows significant damage, with many scars, cracks, and even some holes that reveal its soft inner tissue. It has several anomalous capabilities that it uses in its battle against SCP-3700-2. Its 2 club-like appendages...
So hold on. So it's these 2 SCPs that are locked in eternal combat. This is just freaking Groudon versus Kyogre 2. Unfortunately, Big Daddy Rayquaza isn't gonna come here and stop them, so they just have to kind of quarantine the area. Okay, I mean, at least they're locked in combat with each other.
...are capable of striking, but they also produce a cavitation bubble that generates a force...
Oh, what bubble?
...equal to several tons of dynamite. Similar to what the mantis shrimp is able to do, but on a much larger scale.
Dude, I love that it's like grounded in some sort of reality.
2 of its eyes are able to project concentrated blasts of gamma...
Holy shit, this thing is invincible! Oh my god!
...radiation.
Dude, just show a picture of the Shy Guy, dude, see what happens if the Shy Guy could get through this.
It's able to stop storms or other weather phenomena. Despite being 6 kilometers long, 3701 can reach speeds faster than 100 kilometers per hour.
God damn. Holy shit.
And has even shown the ability to demanifest and disappear if it doesn't locate...
What? It could just phase out of existence like you walk too far away from an Elden Ring boss?
SCP-3700-2 within roughly 15 days after appearing.
That's scary.
SCP-3701 appears to be friendly in nature and shows some small signs of intelligence.
Let's go. Let's go.
When accompanied by Foundation ships, it will either ignore them or provide a small amount of aid by helping to move disabled craft away from danger.
Yo, this thing is awesome. Wait a second. This thing is great. Oh my lord, so why do we hate it so much? Oh, realization just dawned in. It's the other one. It's the other creature. So the tides of war is you have to make sure that the lobster wins. Oh, I'm starting to see the horror at bay.
After appearing, it travels the full 800-kilometer area of SCP-3700 in a spiral pattern from the center out toward the edge. Interestingly, the center is the exact center point between the 3 island chains located within the circle, and is home to
Bermuda Triangle too.
Numerous shipwrecks. Since being first discovered by the Foundation in 1922, 3701 has slowed down considerably in its movement and has lost a significant amount of mass.
Oh, so it's slowly dying. So they need to make sure that it wins this fight, because if it dies before the fight's over, they won't be able to take down the other guy. Oh, that's actually horrifying.
It was first measured at a length of 16 kilometers, a full 10 kilometers longer than
Oh, God, dude's shrinking. Oh, it's gonna die eventually.
its current state. It also appears weaker and seems to be having a much harder time subduing SCP-3700-2.
This is like an ecosystem that you know one of the predators in the ecosystem is gonna die, and Lord Lobster is not gonna be able to contain the savagery that the other one is gonna do.
3702, on the other hand.
That's just a penis. That's just a dick, okay? Listen, I've seen some dicks in my
SCP.
Editor, cut that out. You know, editor, just annihilate that now. Don't even have traces of that in the video. God damn.
2, on the other hand, looks like it belongs to the family of ray-finned fish and has an appearance that closely resembles the pelican eel, except that it has 13 appendages encircling the middle section of its body. These appendages look like the tentacles of an octopus, complete with suckers, and
What's the point of them, though? They're not that long.
can tuck them into its body when not in use.
Oh, God damn!
3702 is currently 32 kilometers long
God damn! It is big.
and opposite to
That's the biggest sperm cell I've ever seen.
SCP-3701, it is growing larger, having only
Oh god. So it's only inevitable. It's inevitable that this thing is gonna eventually win the fight.
meters long when first identified in 1945. Most of that length is the creature's whip-like tail that ends in a sharpened point. It's currently roughly 1 kilometer wide at its
God damn! That is one girthy, veiny, hairy, dick-looking fish.
largest point, and each of its 13 tentacles is around 60 meters long.
Not to get canceled on Twitter, but I am suddenly curious if there's SCP hentai.
Its most distinctive feature is its massive mouth, which can open up almost 3 kilometers wide. 3702 is black in color, with white, purple, and red bioluminescent lines that resemble a man's face on either side of its torso.
Okay, what is up with these colored lines? They are freaking me out. What is the story here?
SCP-3702 can create sudden changes in the weather,
Okay, so they both can change the weather in some way.
generating huge storms and Category 5 hurricanes.
Okay, but what do we care? No one goes into that area. That's it. Leave it alone. Ah, but what if it wins? Would it leave that area if it ends up beating Lord Lobster?
As well as massive whirlpools that suck in any vessel within 150 meters before grabbing them with its tentacles and tearing them apart.
I want to be grabbed by tentacles and torn apart.
It's also able to produce high-energy sound waves and streams of blue fire from its mouth that it uses to destroy close-range targets. SCP-3702
How has this thing not won the fight by now? This is just Kyogre over here.
appears at random locations within the 800-kilometer area, except during the spring and autumn equinoxes, when it appears at the exact center of SCP-3700.
Okay, cute little lore.
It stays submerged
Lore adage for no reason. This is just Kyogre on crack. Hell yeah.
unless it encounters 3701 or another object, and will demanifest roughly 15 days after first appearing.
What's demanifest? Oh my god, bro.
Or object that approaches it, and has even been witnessed destroying entire pods of whales.
Goddamn.
Conventional weapons have no effect on it, and even special anomalous weapons used by the Foundation have only had a moderate effect.
Bro, just show it the shy guy. Let the shy guy fucking go ham.
only 3701 has so far been able to subdue it. When SCP-3701 and 3702 do meet each other, they will engage in a prolonged fight.
Yo, when they meet each other, it's just a kaiju match, bro. We need Rayquaza stat. Rayquaza, where are you at?
With each attempting to temporarily kill or subdue the other. Historically, the winner of each contest would swap depending on which half of the year it was, with 3701 consistently winning during the Northern Hemisphere's spring and summer, and 3702 winning during the fall and winter.
They got that weather boost, baby. Water attacks and rain. He just used sunny day before the fight.
However, since the Foundation has begun implementing containment procedures, SCP-3701 has won the last 64 cycles in a row. A number of changes happen when...
Yo! 3701 taking names, baby!
One of the creatures wins. When 3701 is successful, major storms in the area immediately cease, crop yields double, and local oceanic life increases their reproductive rates by a factor of 3.
Let's go! Okay, so they're not actually worried about this eel leaving, right? It's just about making the ecosystem in the area healthier when Lord Lobster is victorious.
This can lead to dead zones forming from the overpopulation of certain species of zooplankton. Erosion rates on the islands also increase by a factor of 5.
That is so interesting. So even though, like, Lord Lobster helps, right? Lord Lobster wins, and some things improve, that's not the normal ecosystem. They're still fucking up the ecosystem because ultimately nature needed these two titans to win half the time for the land to be healthy. Because they wanted to manipulate the agriculture, they're fucking up some other shit that they couldn't even guess.
Which has led to the Foundation needing to bring in large amounts of dirt and sand in an attempt to combat it. When SCP-3702 wins and subdues or kills 3701, the weather becomes very dangerous, with powerful hurricanes and rapid temperature changes that can range from below 0 to over 28 degrees Celsius, capable of causing massive damage to buildings and huge losses of life. Travel by sea becomes extremely difficult due to huge waves and storm surges, making it difficult for supplies to reach the island.
Alright, so basically, it's worth taking the catastrophic, agricultural damage just to make sure that the lobster wins and this doesn't happen and destroy people's lives.
Ocean food sources are driven from the area, and crop yields are reduced. Following its victory, 3702 does not demanifest, and instead...
Okay, I'm starting to see what's happening.
Continues to patrol the area and attack vessels, and will even approach the islands themselves.
Oh my god, dude! So you desperately need to keep getting the lobster to win. But dude, the lobster keeps winning, but it'll keep shrinking. Eventually it won't be able to win.
Foundation Naval Task Force Delta 7, nicknamed Northern Storm, is tasked with locating and assisting SCP-3701.
They just have to make sure that the freaking lobster keeps winning.
In its struggle against...
In an endless battle, an endless cycle between two fucking kaijus. They just have to keep turning the tides of war.
3702.
Really cool.
Purchased from the United States military, it consists of 13 destroyers, 5 cruisers, and 15 smaller support craft. When Delta 7 locates SCP-3701, it will often acknowledge their presence by raising
Lord Lobster, let's go! This is why Ammonite will always be better than Kabuto.
2 of its claws into the air and clicking them while making a low rumbling noise with its mouth. Delta 7 then accompanies
It's so happy whenever it sees these guys show up and they're like, let's go! Yo, I got my buddies here to help me fight the giant eel.
SCP-3701 as it patrols its 800-kilometer area for 3702. Once the two meet, Delta 7 engages in Protocol Winter Maelstrom, where the destroyers shoot harpoon-based anchors into 3702's head, before moving in a circular pattern while they and battleships fire on it to
okay, so it's just to subdue it long enough so that the crab can actually fucking win.
ensure it can't orient itself. The cruisers, meanwhile, attempt to draw its attention by firing and moving in a serpentine pattern at a distance of 300 meters. The two creatures will battle, blasting each other with gamma radiation and powerful sound waves. They whip, bite, and club each other.
They will whip, they will nay-nay, and they will stick out their yacht for the Rizzler.
Cracking armor and ripping off tentacles and other appendages,
God damn.
until one finally stops moving and dissolves into the sea. Should SCP-3702 be successful in...
So if SCP-3702 actually wins, it's just gonna kill out all of the patrol ships that are there helping. Oh, god damn.
Defeating 3701, then Project Tumult is activated, and the following procedures must take place. First, there is an immediate evacuation of all naval and civilian craft from the 800-kilometer zone. Next, all trade and ferry routes are stopped or rerouted for at least 6 months, and land-based aquatic defenses are activated. Aerial craft will continue to monitor and engage with 3702.
Dude, that is insane! If 3702 wins, they are royally screwed, and they have to change the entire basic economic system of the world and evacuate countries.
While others can...
And they have to deal with this every single year? Every 6 months they have to deal with this and make sure 3701 wins?
Continue to look for a reappearance of SCP-3701. Since it appears that SCP-3701 continues to physically degrade,
it's gonna get harder and harder to turn the tides of the battle.
And with the exact opposite being true for 3702, it's been proposed to let 3702 win and subdue 3701 twice every 5 years, despite the terrible effect on locals in the area.
They have no choice. They have to let it lose twice every 5 years, just so... Do you imagine sacrificing all the locals in the area? My god.
Though this plan has yet to be approved, it may be the only chance to stop 3702 from becoming so strong that 3701 is never able to defeat it again.
You're just gonna need to let it win. You're gonna need to sacrifice people to just hope and pray. This was a really good one. I like this. I like that it's not like an unnerving one, and that it's more of yep, the world's kind of fucked up, and we gotta do our best, and ultimately we are going to inevitably fail. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam!